where the fudge did you come from? This villager just randomly showed up. My guess is he came through the portal, but hey, if you have another portal connected to a village, villagers will randomly show up to your world. Anyways, welcome to the Minecraft guide, where today I need to wax this copper, so bee farm. For this bee farm, I'm going to build it over here, but we need some information about how bees work. So when it comes to housing bees, there's two ways you can handle it. You can either silk touch a bee's nest or craft a beehive. They both house 3 bees. The only difference between the two is the bee nest spawns naturally and you gotta craft the beehive. And over here, I have it set up where when I shear this, the honey comes out of the beehive, and since there's a campfire under it, bees don't get angry. Let's say I remove the campfire from underneath of one of the beehives. When I go to collect the honey with either a bottle or shears, the bees will pop out and they will be angry, they will sting me, and they will poison me. With that as well, they will also die when they sting, because that's just how bees work. So it's very important that you have campfires underneath of your beehives and nests before you go collecting honey. Now that we know the basics, it's time to employ them, because I need to get the honey from this so I can craft a beehive. Also worth mentioning, I forgot to earlier, bees will follow flowers whenever you're holding them, so this is how we'll get the bees over to the new location. Theoretically, potentially, possibly, maybe, I can shear this and not die. Now, do the bees hate me after doing that? And that only gave me 3 honeycombs. Perfect. That's exactly what I need to craft a hive. Yeah, I guess that works. Worth mentioning, the campfires do not affect the bees' ability to make the honey, so it's not a problem keeping it underneath of there. Oh, also, if you have not watched last episode, we built the bottom half of our storage unit thing here. I have big plans for it, so yeah, no, go watch that episode first if you haven't yet, and then come watch me collect some bees and become a professional beekeeper inside of Minecraft. And we'll let that do its thing. We'll get the honey from it. Perfect. That is enough to craft 2 hives. Something else worth mentioning: bees can take pollen and make honey out of any flower in the game. Oh, perfect. Is this one full of honey? I cannot tell. It is not, but we will come back and get these bees later. So bees can make honey out of any flower in the game, including like coarse fruit, the flowering azalea leaves, and the cherry grove petals. So you can use any of those to put inside your bee farm, which again will allow you to have honey. Now that I've bored you with the basics, let's actually get started on the build. It might be cool to just have it start right here. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, and I want this to be 17 blocks along this way. I have 17 going along the front with 3 more blocks going out like this, a block on the corner for 1, 3 more this way, and then I'm doing 12 out on the side. Dude, I can't wait to have efficiency on the shovel. It'll make clearing out these build areas a lot easier. So yeah, I got 12 for the side, and then 3 again, then the 1, and then 3 right here once more, and it's just a repeating process all the way till I reconnect it over there. So once again, I'm going 17 out on this side, and as I said before, the 3, and then right here I'll do the 1, and then the 3 this way. And if I do it correctly, and when I go to line it up on the corner, when I do this line should be 12, which it lines up perfectly, so I counted right. For today's episode, the comment of the day is from Maximus 1.0, the Ben 10 icon dude. He commented saying that 1, he wants building videos to be longer, and 2, he wants me to try 20 to 30 minute videos. So let's see how a 20 to 25 minute video does today. I'll test out that for a couple episodes. I'll watch the performance, see how well they do. If they do great, I'll continue to make long form guide episodes, or longer guide episodes, I'll say rather, and just test the water seat and see how it goes. And if I stop making longer episodes after like 2 or 3 episodes, just know they were not performing well. With that said, there's going to be a lot more explaining in this episode because of that. And also because of that, I just want you to know it's always good to outline your builds. I don't care what you're building, how small your build is. Always outline what you're doing. Like, I didn't used to build a lot in Minecraft, and as of recently, I've been building a lot, especially in survival. And I've learned that it is so much easier to practice the building creative, know what you're building, and then when you go to build it in survival, outline every single portion. Even in creative, it's good to outline, but especially in survival where it's harder to build, you are very finite on resources. Outline before you build. Like, I outlined the foundation of this so I know what I'm doing. I may need to go get some spruce wood for this next part, because I need spruce stairs to outline the bottom portion. Definitely need to go get spruce wood. Oh, also, when building, scaffolding in survival is brilliant. I also forgot I need to do a deep slate brick outline here to finish the base of it, and then on these deep slate bricks I'm going to do my spruce stairs. Oak wood and deep slate is mainly what this thing's built out of, not even mentioning the glass. So I have the oak wood, I just don't have the glass really, and once I get the glass, this should be easy to build. Legit, the biggest problem in survival is collecting the resources needed for builds. But I mean, once you have the resources, building itself is not hard. And while I'm on the way to the spruce trees, I do want to know for next week's comment of the day, what is something you would like to see me do to improve my video quality? I'm always open to the suggestions. I know I'm still a small YouTuber, so any video quality suggestions you guys have, toss them my way. I will gladly listen and try to implement them. So yeah, no, if you want to be next week's comment of the day, either comment something about this episode in the guide series in general, or comment something you'd like to see me try to do to improve my video quality, whether it's something with the thumbnail or something with the video itself. I would love to know your guys' feedback. So yeah, with that said, I got a lot of trees to cut down. Our leads guy is back. Hey, sir, thank you for the business of the 2 leads. I'm sorry, if you llamas would not kill me, I would be more than happy to keep you around, but you're going to try to kill me. Oh, also, instead of just having to use flowers, you can use leads on bees too, so those will actually be really useful for today. So like I said, just line in the deep slate bricks with the spruce stairs, and what I'm ideally hoping to do one day, once again I have efficiency and potentially a beacon with haste, is clear out this dirt some more, so that way I can see the 2 layers consistently around the entire build. Because I hate, like, over here, even with the storage shed, I have the 2 layers here. This is exactly how I want to be able to see it. I just can't do that all the way around the build because I got so much dirt in the way. It's a lot to dig it out now because I have just a plain diamond shovel with no enchantments or anything. And sure, I could put more time into trying to get that, but there's a lot of other things I'm trying to do in this world. So one day I'm going to clear out all of this and just make the land look better when it comes to how I build. I got the base done, and along again with the outline, so what I'm going to do is work on the inside of it now, which doing that's going to require a lot of dirt. So I'm working on the floor in here just because it makes it a little bit easier when it comes to building later, because I'm not constantly getting stuck down in this 2 drop pit. I can just easily get out this way. I decided I'm going to go 3 from the walls, and then of course just curve it around appropriately with the walls. So yeah, let's do this, and then I'm going to have it step down. Like, I'm going to get rid of this layer, and then on the bottom layer is where we'll have our beehives. Okay, to give this more of a gradual slope, this is going to be 2 blocks out from the wall instead of 3. Now I have a perfectly beautiful gradual slope, and I need, I think, about 40 oak slabs for the steps I want to do. So I'm going, again, the 2 blocks from here just because I like how that looks, and putting in slabs just like that, and doing the same process down here. And the final touch is some stairs, which will go at the center right here, just like that, over here and there. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to bring the blocks I need over here, so that way I just have them readily available. Okay, so I have a very kind of particular design I want to do that involves stripped oak and deep slate, and of course glass. So yeah, for the corners I want to make it look like a handle-esque kind of thing, so I'm putting stripped oak on the edges here, and I find the easiest way to do that is put the log in your offhand and an axe in another hand, and you can just strip it as you place it. And I need this to go 5 blocks high. And for the pattern, I just have it starting here, and it just looks like this on our corner. Once these are 5 blocks high, I take stairs and line the edges like this. Oh, you know what else I just realized too? I didn't have all these blocks as stripped oak wood. In the center, I had this one as cobbled deep slate. Okay, and then on the top, I just had stairs going along them, just like this. I've been going on about how important outlines for the building are. So I'm going to outline the first floor, aka where I want to put my windows. So I'm going to go up 5 blocks here and just repeat that on the corners of each of the long pieces, and then also right here, along with on the inside here. I need it there and there. What I need to do now is place down the next frame to our corners, and I practiced on those 2 just so that way I knew what I was doing. Here I just line it with the logs. Of course I strip them, and then on the centerpiece I put deep slate, and then I place down another row of logs, which I then place down some more stairs on top of, again just giving it that curve that I need. Once I got those down, I do a upside down platform right here for the stairs. I am saying stairs so many times. And then I repeat the process with the logs. Okay, and deep slate right there, and then I bring up the 2 logs on the inside up 1 more, and then right here I place down another form of deep slate, and then slabs on top of all those blocks. Now it's time to actually start filling in the windows, which I need to go get the sand for. And while I'm doing this, you've made it this far in the video. Are you subscribed yet? If not, 5-page essay in the comment section. Why not? If you don't want to do a 5-page essay, go hit that subscribe button. I mean, it saves you from doing homework. Our lead guy is back. Hey, lead seller, how you doing? You come with the goods? Great. So this is a full glass wall thing that I'm doing here. So this entire thing, pure glass. And for the entrance, I'm doing something like that where it's a little more round. One of the benefits of building this in creative through the first hand is, again, I know what I'm building, so it's easier for me to not make mistakes with blocks like glass where I need silk touch to get it, but I don't have silk touch yet. So the fact I built this in creative and I know exactly where majority of my blocks need to go, I'm not going to make mistakes, I say, as I'm looking at one. I got the entire first wall done, aside from some of the details. And you can always wait to do details after, but again, since I know what I'm doing, I'm just going to place them down right now. What I'm basically wanting to do is in all the corners, I want to place down cobblestone walls. And if it's not obvious, I'm doing cobblestone wall, because if I did deep slate wall, it would just blend in way too much. So yeah, cobblestone wall to make it a little different, plus cobblestone and oak wood will always look classic and always look good. For the second layer, what I am thinking, and by thinking I mean I did in creative, is forget my oak wood. I'm just placing down the stairs on top of our glass along with on the deep slate block itself, with it going in one and back on that. And on top of my walls, I'm just doing slabs. And then on the back of the stairs I just did, I put a supporting platform for the glass. Typically in most of my builds, I would curve it right here by doing that and then placing a stair there. I don't want to do that here. So I got to the end of there and I'm skipping that corner, just going here, and that's where I want to place the glass. Now it's just a matter of placing down the glass, which this layer is going to be 2 blocks high. And it also helps just going back and forth between one world to the other to verify what you do. And oh, I lied. So I put the glass and then the slab layer. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty simple. Again, it's very nice to have this in creative as a reference. With that said, I am now officially almost out of glass. It is not good. Okay, since this glass is going to take a while, let's start working on the inside of our thing. Let's build the balcony and then we'll work on the inside. I'm sorry. This is nothing too special. It's just slabs that I brought out 3 long, connected them on the ends with the glass. And then what I'm doing is I'm taking spruce logs and I'm going to build it up to this piece right here where I connect it just like that. Bring this back up some and bring this out to right there. And of course the spruce stair to connect it there, and spruce stair there. And of course I need the stairway to actually get up to here. Perfect, just like that. That's exactly what I wanted. Bring this over like that. And of course you can't have a balcony without safety, so we're just going to place down some fences here just like that. What I want to do is go ahead, build another beam along here, and building that balcony gave me just enough time for the glass to finish. Now it's time to finish off this build. Again, this is, or at least finish off the outside. Then we actually gotta set up the bee farm part on the inside, which that's gonna be the easy part. The external build for anything you do is 9 times out of 10 the hardest thing. Sometimes designing the inside of a house can be hard. But if you need help with designing the inside of your houses, check out the video currently linked in the top right hand corner, if I remember to put it there. I did a how to build better houses series. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend it. Ah, crud, I messed this up. I did not want 2 layers of this. So no, again, highly recommend you go check out that how to build better houses series. And then if you have a suggestion for another how to build series, let me know that in the comment section down below. And any suggestions I get for series or even Minecraft guide episodes, I will be more than happy to make those episodes for you, because that's what you guys want to watch. And ultimately, I want to make content that's entertaining to everyone. And if you have something specific you want to learn, I would love to be able to show you guys that in a video. And chances are, if you have the question or idea, someone else wants to see that same idea. Plus, it gives my channel content that you guys actually want to see, and that's ultimately what I want to do, along with just having fun myself. With that said, the exterior is done. Time to do the interior. Okay, so we'll actually start with the most important thing, which of course is the beehives themselves. And what I want to do is build a barrier of trapdoors around them, just for a design. It makes it look like the trapdoors are holding them up. So we're going to do this. And what I'll do is in this whole place campfires, which I don't have coal. I gotta remember which way is to the cave. So I had no luck re-exploring those caves. So I came up to the Savannah Biome Mountains because coal is actually very abundant in the mountains. So the campfires, like I said before, are just going to sit under the beehives. This way, it just keeps the bees calm and it's just easier to harvest the honey from them. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, same exact design. Now I want to put fences on top of the campfires. Now I'm thinking just because I've not used it in the build at all, I'm going to do jungle wood. It's just to not have consistent spruce and oak, and it's just subtle differences to make the build a little bit more varied. It's not anything big, so I'm not too worried about doing too much, but you know what? A little bit of variation is always good, and we're going to see it through the trapdoors anyways. If you don't have my texture pack, you're not going to see the trapdoors, so it doesn't or not see the fences, so it doesn't really matter. In my case, I'm going to be able to see the fences through the trapdoors, so I might use a fence. Just do keep in mind they're completely optional. This is how you craft yourself a beehive. You take 6 planks and 3 honeycomb, and I have 12 beehives here. Each beehive can hold up to 3 bees, giving me 36 bees, and I have 1 extra beehive, so this is going by the farm. But yeah, with 36 bees, I'm definitely going to have a very, very good honey supply. You can always automate this with redstone. I'm not doing that just yet, maybe down the line, and I'll definitely release a short on how to do that. So since bees are able to pollinate, they can make crops grow faster by pollinating. Last time I checked, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's something they can do. So yeah, I'm just going to set up a basic, just 1 single beehive here, and then move in a 3 bees. Okay, and then something else I read was that carpets also help calm bees, but only in Java edition. I don't know how valid that is, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll run, and I have a design that involves that. Black carpet, especially with the texture pack I have, looks really good on top of the beehives. The carpet just goes a little bit over the beehive. If you want the texture pack, it is in the description. This one's called Better Carpets. I have every texture pack and every shader pack every texture pack in the shader pack I use in the description of every single video. So yeah, no, go ahead, go download those if you want them. Every one I use is in the description. I don't hide that from you guys, so yeah, no, feel free to go download that. So yeah, whether or not the carpets calm the bees or not, it still looks good. We need to put plants in here. We need to decorate the inside, and first things first, I want to have a little path here that just makes it easier for me to, of course, get the honey off the beehives, and I'm also going to line it with some form of fence, just so that way it's blocked off, and more so just for aesthetic purposes. I just realized how off-center this is, so let's go ahead and make this centered, or I'm going to lose my sanity. Okay, that's better. Now the center path down here is lined up with the door. That makes me feel better. Okay, and while I was getting the coal, I also got some iron, so that way I can make some lanterns and stuff. Of course, I'm going to put lanterns on the fence, but before I do that, I want to also build up some places for lamp posts, I guess is what you want to call them. So I'm going to do one here. Where is my scaffolding? Oh, I actually have it in my inventory. I thought I put it away. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to build up some lampposts like this, and then on the top of those, I'll place some slabs, but I'll do that here in a second. Put one right here. Yeah, and I don't want to do anything too complicated because I do want a lot of space. I don't want to feel like these are just bulky inside of here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and place these down. The very basic design. It's legit just a log, 2 pieces of cobblestone wall, 2 fences, and another log on top. I'm gonna strip those as well. On top of these, I'm just going to do slabs that jut out like this. Nothing too complicated. It's just a simple thing. It looks good and it fits the aesthetic of the build, which, let's be honest, is the most important thing about builds. It's just aesthetically pleasing. Nothing has to be too complicated. It can look nice and simple. Like, that is just something I stand by. I'm not ever going to let that go. Simple things can look nice. You may not think so, and you may think, oh, it needs to be the most complicated thing. It does not. It just needs to be functional, and it just needs to match the aesthetic of the build. This matches perfectly. That's all that matters. Now I need 4 copper bulbs. Another tip, if you ever need to smelt something, like let's say you have a stack of something, split it between multiple furnaces. It goes a lot quicker. Okay, and then I'm also just going to place the copper bulbs like so, just around the corners, and it just adds a little bit more light, ensuring nothing can spawn here. And I'm just alternating between 1 fence holding it and 2 fences holding it, just so that way it's kind of like diagonal from each other. So yeah, no, that's how this is laid out. And now it's time to get the plants and stuff in here, so that way the bees can actually pollinate from stuff. Okay, I have not been to a cherry grove. I want to go find one because I want some cherry grove trees in here, along with the petals. First things first, I'll go and get some of the flowers planted, as well as replace some of the regular grass with coarse dirt. It just adds a little detail to the ground. Okay, put coarse dirt on the ground again. It just adds detail and it looks phenomenal. I love myself some coarse dirt. You just need need 2 gravel, 2 dirt, and you get a beautiful block that looks great on any ground. As for my roses, peonies, and lilacs, over here, I'm gonna do a row of roses, because I mean, you can never go wrong with some rose bushes, plus a line of them will ensure that they get pollen for the bees. Over here, I'm gonna do a row of lilacs, but I'm currently out of them, so gotta bone meal them. Of course, if you did not know, if you bone meal a too tall plant, you will get that plant in plenty, while if you bone meal a single plant or like a single flower, kind of like this, you get nothing. I'm thinking we got lilacs, we got peonies, we got roses. So on the corners over here and respectively lining up with each oh, actually, let's do the inverse. So I'm going to do 2 peonies on the corner like this and a lilac in the middle, and then do the opposite over here and do the lilac on the edges and the peony in the middle. We now got flowers along the edges. It is time to decorate the bottom here, which I do not have as many flowers for, but you know what, we'll bone meal down here and see what we can get. So let's just bone meal a couple different areas. Ideally, I want to stick to the whites, pinks, and blue. Used all my bone meal. Lucky for me, I live in a plains biome and I can easily find all the flowers I need out here. And again, anything that's classified as a plant, as long as it's not in a flower pot, bees can pollinate from it. Of course, since we're going to have a lot of bees in here, the more flowers we have, the better. So that way there is always something for them to pollinate from. And I know for a fact I have seen a cherry grove biome somewhere, so I'm gonna go see if I can find that, because if I can, I'm putting cherry grove trees in there. And I again love cherry grove, it looks phenomenal, and the petals, lo and behold, can be pollinated. Yeah, I'm pretty sure by the village our cave is at, there is a cherry grove biome not too far from it, so we're going to see if I can find that. If I remember correctly, it is over in this direction. Let's find out. Okay, maybe this cherry grove biome is a little further than I remember. Okay, I just heard thunder. Yep, there's the lightning. So can I find a skeleton horse while I'm trying to make my way back to the house? That is the question. Oh, also, I did give up on the cherry grove biome because I ain't finding one, and I've gone really far away. So yeah, if we can find a skeleton horse, that'd be a good consolation prize. Oh my gosh, speak of the devil. I found the cherry grove biome that I said I quit looking for, so that works. We'll actually get some petals. Okay, so I just need to plant these trees, and then this thing is done. So I want one there, and I want one over here. We'll put it there. And now I just need to bone meal them until they grow. Okay, we'll wait to see if they grow naturally, just because I am out of bone meal. In the meantime, I'm gonna plant some of these petals around here, just so that way it has a little more atmosphere when they do grow. And we'll work on getting the bees in here. The hardest part about getting bees to transfer is getting them from one hive to the other, mainly because they're assigned to this hive and they'll always come back to it if it's still around. In other words, I need to destroy that without the bees getting mad at me and wanting to sting me. So what I'm gonna do is first off lead this guy over to the beehives that I have and see if it works. If it does not, then I'm gonna have to destroy that bee nest. So for example, I brought him all the way back here. I take him off the lead and he's just gonna wanna go back to the nest. What I'm gonna do is leash him to that. If there's another bee in there, I'm gonna do the same thing, and then I'm gonna break it. After a little bit of time, even though they'll be angry with you for a second, the anger will go away, and as long as they don't sting you, they aren't gonna die. With that said, I'm not seeing the other bees, so let's see if I can break this and then be ready to run in the case that there is. Okay, there is not. It looks like that one bee was a loner. Now, is he still angry with me, even though I did that from so far away? He is not. Okay, that is perfect. So now that the nest is destroyed, when I take him off the lead, he's going to populate one of the hives. That is a easy way for you to transfer bees from nests to hives. You just gotta not get stung if they are actually angry with you. As for this one, there's no bees in it. Wait, that's how you start a beehive honey farm. Let's see if we can find some more bees before I end the episode, just so that way it's actually kind of productive. And as long as I get at least one more adult bee, I can start breeding them. Chances are this one actually has bees in it. So let's do that and run. I don't want to get stung and I don't want to kill these bees because I actually need them. Is there really just what's with these nests and only having one or no bees? Okay, the anger ran out. I'm good. Okay, there we go. We got the 2 bees in here now. I just need another flower that I can breed them with, and I will be set. So yeah, if you have any questions about today's episode, feel free to go comment them down below. I'm always happy to answer any questions you may have. Let's make it baby bee. There we go. There we go. And of course, you can always feed the baby bee flowers to make it grow faster, like any mob. With them in here now, we will have a sustainable source of honey and can use that to wax our copper. Okay, so I'm just creating an enclosure to ensure the bees' safety. I don't want them escaping. Okay, not my favorite entrance design. I'll work with it. This should keep the bees from coming out. I believe they need a 2-block space to go through, so they shouldn't be able to escape through that. Now I just need to cover up the roof. Our lead salesman's come around again. Dude, how many times am I going to see you today? Thanks for coming around. I definitely appreciate the leads. Don't appreciate your llamas though. They can go. Okay, and to make sure mobs don't spawn up here, I'm gonna just place down torches along the roof. Final thing I need to do is connect the beehive to the rest of the base with a simple path. And of course, if you're building a path with path blocks, it's always good to match the block that's right next to the path with whatever the block is above it, just so that way it looks like it's actually going in the ground and you don't just have dirt there. It's just a matter of aesthetics and it just looks nice. Okay, yeah, I've planted some trees, and then once I get bones, I can get bone meal. I don't have any at the moment, but I'll handle that either next episode or off camera, and we'll see. As for the farms, they're already producing honey, so this is perfect. It's phenomenal. I love it. We're now getting honey from the farms, and it's a beautiful setup. I love this. That's going to do it for today's episode. Again, it's a little bit longer than usual. Let me know what you guys think of it. If you like the longer content, do leave a like on the video. It helps me know that you guys like it, and it helps YouTube know that you guys like it, along with leave the comments that I asked you about. I think it was about how to improve my videos today. And if you don't want to talk about how I can improve my videos, tell me, have you ever done an automatic bee farm? And keep in mind, if you do comment, you may be comment of the day in the next episode. And with that said, I will see you guys in that episode. Have a nice day.